I often bring fun adventures, whether it's hang gliding or skydiving or something fun. Today I'm bringing you a different aspect. Today I had the pleasure of sitting down and meeting and speaking with Marc Mero. He's a motivational speaker that talks about bullying, suicide, drug addiction, and his own story. And I really think with the epidemic here in the United States that this is something that is pretty serious, and I wanted to bring it to you. So listen in. Hi, Marc.
Hi, Allison. Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you for being here and allowing us to tape you a little bit before we go out and see your speech.
I'm excited.
So, did you ever think that your videos would be going viral?
You know, obviously, anyone that puts a video out there hopes that a lot of people see it because it comes from something inside of them they want to share with the world. And I was just so blessed to see that actually, one of the guys that works with me, his name is Ryan Scott, and him and another friend of mine, Diamond Dallas Page, who used to wrestle with me, you know.
Yeah.
They ended up putting together this really cool video, and they said to me, it was like a 5-minute video. They said, hey man, we filmed some of your show. Do you mind if we put this out there? You never know, it might go viral. And next thing you know, it's like 100,000 people see it. We go, oh my gosh, look at all the people watching this video. Then it was like 1 million, then 5, 10, 20, then 100 million people have seen it. It's just been all over the world. It's been incredible.
I have to tell you, the first time I saw it was a few years ago, and I cried. I legitimately outright started crying in front of my computer. Your story is so inspiring and so touching, especially to people that may not know where to go. They might have an addiction problem or know someone who has or lost somebody from addiction. How is it that you go out there and you touch so many people's lives? Like, what inspired you to do that?
Well, I think it's from just sharing from your heart. You know, it's from life experiences, you know, turning a tragedy into a triumph. And going through so many detrimental things and losing so many people that were so close to me. You know, I guess in a sense, I actually became the man my mother always knew I would be, you know, but unfortunately, you know, she didn't get to see this part of me. And part of her lives on in me because I can always hear her voice on the wisdom and things that she wanted me to do and how she would stay up all night waiting for me when I went through my own drug and alcohol phases of my life. Right. and treated her terrible. And it's a reminder to students and people today how blessed we are to have family. I mean, the things that we most take for granted are the things we should most appreciate.
Exactly. I truly believe that it's all about the little things and the simple things in life that you should appreciate. And we all fall into the same routine. You know, we got to do this, and the hustle and bustle of life. What would your piece of advice be to step it down, bring it back to real life, and give a piece of advice on that?
Well, the most important things in life are relationships. And I think we get so caught up on sometimes we're so fixated on making a living, we forget to make a life. And it's usually at the expense of the most important people in our lives, you know. And I mean, I often tell these students, you know, someday you're gonna look up from your cell phone or your video games and your parents aren't gonna be there anymore.
Right. So tell us, you had told me that you usually do about 200 speeches a year.
Well, closer to 300. Oh my God. We actually just finished at 293 so far, and it's just been an incredible journey. And you know what's so funny? I was doing another interview that they asked me when we first started was 2007, and they said, how many events did you do in 2007? I said, we did 18 events in 2007. 10 years later, we're doing almost 300.
That's amazing, and you're touching so many lives. What piece of advice would you give to the students that you see on a regular basis throughout the country?
Well, first of all, you know, we all have dreams and goals in life, and I really encourage students to go after their dreams and goals and not be defined by other people's opinions. So many times we base our limitations on what other people think and say. And I really encourage people to not be defined by their opinion, to go after dreams and goals. I always write my dreams and goals down and put it somewhere where you have to see it. So it reminds you every day not to give up on those dreams and goals, because I meet so many adults that say, oh, Marc, those were the days, or I wish I would have done this or done that. Right. And I'm here to tell you, these are the days that we can learn from past mistakes, grow in knowledge and grace, and go after dreams and goals. Never give up. You're never too old. Never too old,
and I say that. Right. I'm no spring chicken, let me tell you. And the things that I do now, I never thought 10 years ago that I would be doing today. But for the families that have someone who is an addict and may not want to come out, how do you try to help those families?
Well, every family has their own dynamic in that case. There are different levels of addiction, and one of the hardest things to do is that as an addict, you sometimes don't feel like there's a way out. You feel like you're, and sometimes there's denial. There's a lot of different aspects of addiction, and I guess I had a mother that just wouldn't give up on me. No matter how bad my life got, my mom just did not give up on me through prayer, through her faith, through constantly reinforcing how much she loved me. Not just like throwing in the towel, so to speak. It is so hard for any family member to watch a sibling or son or daughter go through addiction. And the only thing I could say is that just don't give up. Give it everything you got, because in the end, I think about how my mom from beyond the grave is changing this world by me sharing her story.
And I truly believe that. I truly believe that even though when we lose a loved one, they're always still with us, still
Yes.
a part of us, and things
Yeah.
of that sort. So how would people get in touch with you to have you at their school or at their church or at their function to speak and give this speech?
Well, the best way, obviously, through our website, which is thinkpause, and pause is POZ.org. Z is in zebra, thinkpause.org. And you can always find me on Facebook. You just type in Marc Mero and you'll see all the different things on me. But I'm not hard to find, but they say when you find your passion, you never have to work.
Yes.
So I've been unemployed for a long time.
I truly believe that. I feel the same way. When you love what
So
you do,
blessed.
you never
Yes.
work a day in your life.
There, it's funny because I always tell people, you got to have a reason to get up every morning. You got to have a reason to want to go out there every day. And, I've been doing this 10 years. And there's never a day where I go, oh gosh, we got to do 2 schools today. We got 5 presentations.
Right.
I never felt like that. It's like, I'm so excited. I'm here in Connecticut today, and I'm getting ready to do this presentation at this school. And I'm so excited knowing that I have the opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life. There's no greater joy, Allison.
I agree 100%. Changing lives makes a difference.
Yeah.
And even if you have to change one at a time or put one smile on one person's face every day, I'm a big believer in that.
Amen.
So thank you so much for being here with us. We look forward to watching your speech today, and I really appreciate you coming out. If you would like to see Marc Mero and visit him, get him to your school, get him to your function, you're going to visit him on his website. We'll post it for you as well. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
It's a story of tragedy and triumph, defeat and victory. But it's a message of inspiration, hope, and believing in your dreams. See, many times we're young, we believe that money and fame is the key to happiness. And it's kind of what the world teaches us. And the media portray all of these rich and famous people are so happy. The more money, the happier you are. Success is the key to happiness. But the truth is, and I'm living proof, happiness is the key to success. And happiness is a choice we all have the ability to make. In other words, where do you see yourself down the road? How high are you willing to aim? How big are you willing to dream? How hard are you willing to work toward your goals, your dreams, your passion? You are not defined by someone else's opinion. I challenge you to write your dreams and goals into existence. Put it somewhere where you have to see it. Watch how it forces you to take action towards those dreams and goals. See, failure is not aiming high and missing. Failure is aiming too low and hitting. We all have an impact on each other's life. Whether it's positive or negative, we have an impact on each other. You see, the greatest gift my mother ever gave me, she believed in me. She empowered me to believe in myself. You are not going to base your life's limitations on what other people think and say. You are not defined by someone else's opinion. There is no better freedom than honesty. We are defined by our choices. The choices we make today, they can affect us and our families the rest of our lives. What will you do different tomorrow that you didn't do today towards your goals, your dreams, your passion? But I always thought when I was a little boy, if I was only rich and famous, I'd be happy. I've never been so empty in my entire life. I was rich, I was famous, I had a beautiful wife, I had a family, I had friends, I had it all. But because of my bad choices, I lost it all. I have overdosed on drugs on 3 occasions where I should have been dead. By getting drunk, by getting high, by getting stupid, by hanging out with losers, for what? We are defined by our choices. I lost my friends. I lost most of my family. But most of them died from bad choices. If you choose to surround yourself with people involved in alcohol and drugs and pills and meth and heroin, it's a dead end. I lived that life. It leads to broken hearts, broken dreams, broken relationships, and especially the most important ones with our own families. For what? And it leads to death. Maybe you can bring hope to someone who's been hopeless. Maybe you can be the light in somebody's darkness. Maybe you can make all the difference in somebody's life if you just put forth some effort. Life is not about winning the race. Life, it's about finishing the race and how many people we can all help finish this race. How we can start being kinder to each other. How we can help students that are going through adversity or being bullied or abused and stand up for each other. Guys, we're all going to go through storms in life. It's part of life. And some storms that you're going to go through, you can just walk through. There are going to be some storms that you got to run through. But there are going to be some storms in your life that you have to hold on with everything you got. And don't let go and don't give up. Because I promise you, and you heard my story, after every storm, the sun will eventually shine, and it will shine brighter than you can ever imagine. Don't you ever give up. See, you make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give.